Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I want to talk about some of the messages that I think Asha Sharron left us that we I think most people kind of did not pick up on because it was so much going on with her that, we forgot about like the basics of what she was saying. Actually, this video is kind of difficult for me. It's really, really difficult because, as you know, she stayed in Texas. I stay in Texas as well. It's really sad. I felt like she was reaching out for help and there was no one to, help guide her. But that's okay because there are things that we can learn from her. And that's what I want to do. I want to use her as a vessel in order to open up and put this knowledge in, put what she was trying to say deep down. I feel like she was trying to say deep down, put it out there. I found her channel 2 weeks before her passing. So for the ones who don't know who Asha Sharron is, I'll give you a little background. So she passed away when she was 30, but around 20, 21, she had a breast reduction. And after I think the timeline was like 3 months after the breast reduction, she started having symptoms of lupus that triggers your immune system to attack your own body, your own organs. And the organ that it was attacking in her case was her lungs, which led into pulmonary fibrosis, which is the reason why she needed a double lung transplant. Now, she did not get the double lung transplant because if you know about lupus builds antibodies because that's the way your body attacks anything that it thinks is foreign. And when you are on any type of transplant list, if you have antibodies, it makes it harder for you to be a transplant recipient because your body will, of course, reject any other type of lung set that they put in. So you really don't want the antibodies in. So she was struggling with that. Now, my thing is, I'm pretty sure through the research that I've done, the lupus flares is what triggers your body and makes it do that. So what you want to eliminate or downplay on are the lupus flares. You don't want your body to flare up. When she passed away, they did have a set of lungs for her, but she had so many antibodies in her system, it would have not worked had they did it anyway. Now, I have went back onto her channel. I have binge watched all her videos. That's why this video is so late, because I really wanted to come truly with the knowledge and speak on this topic with research and with facts. I've really become even more closer to her, and it's just like, man, and she was a good person. She really was. She was a good person, and she fought and she spoke up for what she believed in. And I know a lot of people in her comments, they, got on to her about that. But if you don't fight for yourself, then who will? Something that I want to talk about is, number one, diet. When I was saying, the lupus flares, and when they flare up, that creates havoc on your system and it starts, a snowball effect. So people who have lupus, you want to minimize your lupus flares. And the way to do this, and even she even said this many times in her video, she was having financial issues. So her issue was, financial, because eating healthy and right, it can cost money but I will tell you, nowadays, things have changed. Things have really changed, and you can eat healthy, spend money wisely, and be okay without, going broke. I'm not even going to call it a diet. I want to call it a lifestyle change, because this would not be considered a diet. If you're somebody with any autoimmune disease, this lifestyle change works. But I did notice a lot of people in her comment section was telling her how, eat a healthy diet. But what is the healthy diet? What do I eat? There is a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to show you what you are supposed to eat, so you'll know going into the store what to buy, and you can save money, so you know you're getting the everything that you need. So I did create a slide. Y'all know I love my slideshow. Okay, so here we go. The Lupus Lifestyle. So number one thing is omega-3. Everyone has heard of omega-3. Here are some research papers that they did to show the effects of omega-3 and lupus. Not only has a therapeutic effect on the disease activity, but also improves endothelial function and reduces oxidative stress. The other paper, they said dietary supplementation with fish oil may be beneficial in modifying disease activity. So basically all they're saying here is that they notice improvements with people who have lupus once they started taking omega-3. But why? What is inflammation? Inflammation is basically tissue damage. So now we know that with lupus, pulmonary fibrosis, tissue damage of the lungs, you see how we're all of it is tying in together. So antioxidants are good because they allow the tissue that is damaged to heal. Vitamin D is actually very, very good for lupus. And here are two papers that both have said the same thing. Low vitamin D was associated with higher decreased activity, and an increase in serum vitamin D was associated with reduced disease activity over time. Several reports have indicated an association between lupus and low levels of vitamin D. So most people who have lupus, their vitamin D is low. So therefore you need vitamin D. And the people who did get the vitamin D, their lupus activity decreased over time. Most people don't agree with milk. They say milk creates mucus in your lungs. Well, that's fine, because vitamin D is not only in milk. You can get it through salmon, cod liver oil, and mushrooms. So there's other sources of vitamin D if you don't want to deal with the milk. The microflora and lupus. Let's explain what the gut flora is. So basically what it does, it helps digest food, and you have approximately 300 to 500 different kinds of bacteria living inside you. So therefore you don't want to just, if something is truly wrong with you, you don't want to just go out and take one probiotic and you think it's okay. If you're at the level where your lupus is flaring up, you want to consume many different foods in order to back up your healthy gut flora. They affect everything from your metabolism to your mood to your immune system. You see how this is tying back into lupus, because what is lupus? It's an autoimmune disease. So they do see a correlation between the two, and just the association between common foods such as oranges and apples with specific microorganisms reported to be decreased in SLE. So to optimize your gut flora, you want to eat an organic plant-based diet. If you can, get it locally grown and seasonal foods. And this is another way you'll save money by shopping, for organic foods. Make sure you buy food that are in season. Healthy fats such as coconut oil and olive oil. And another thing with olive oil that I've seen done so wrong by so many people, they cook with it. Another oil that's not on here, if you just have to cook with some type of oil, go get grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil, you can heat it up, you can deep fry with it and everything, and it tastes very, very good. And it is still good for you. But coconut oil, olive oil, those are the type of healthy fats, healthy oils that you want. Fermented vegetables. Now, give a take on that. That's something, I don't like fermented vegetables, but there's a whole list right here. You don't have to eat everything on here. Probiotic supplements, that speaks for itself. You want to juice vegetables. So if you're into blending and juicing and all of that, you want to juice your vegetables and blend your fruits. You are supposed to do that anyway. Juice vegetables, blend fruits. Remember that. Raw dairy if you can. Raw dairy if you can. You want to reduce omega-6 and increase animal-based omega-3, which we've already talked about the omega-3, and vitamin E in lupus. Present studies suggest that vitamin E can suppress autoantibody production via a mechanism independent of antioxidant activity. So antibodies, here we go. Vitamin E can suppress that production. Vitamin E is just a group of powerful antioxidants. They are essential for normal body function. Antioxidant rich foods: goji berries, wild blueberries, dark chocolate, pecans, artichoke, elderberries, blackberries, and kidney beans. You're basically going back to the garden style of living here. So we're eliminating all the fast food. And like I said, even if you can find locally grown and seasonal foods, your costs will be reduced so much. You will not have to worry about, see, a lot of people who get on the healthy kick, they still try to go out and buy oranges at any time, apples at any time. You have to eat seasonally. That is the only way you can survive eating organic. You have to eat seasonally. And if you think about it, if you are eating seasonally, everything is going to continuously be on rotation. So therefore, you're not neglecting anything at any given time. When I go to Natural Groceries and I shop for whatever is on sale at Natural Groceries. So if it's at Natural Groceries, it's in season, and then on top of that, in season, it's on sale. So I'm getting it for a really, really good deal. No different than buying non-organic at Kroger's or Winn-Dixie or wherever you shop, Walmart or wherever it is. In the end, if you shop like that, it's priced the same. We also here we have a Mexican store. I always forget the name of it. I will put the title here, but they have vegetables in season. They only sell in season vegetables, and their vegetables are at a really, really good price. Now you have to shop around to find. Where there's a will, there is a way to get your healthy foods in. And now that you know what type of foods you should be eating, hopefully we can, get on top of this, get on top of lupus, because if you let it can just snowball into something that it doesn't have to be. So for anybody newly diagnosed, get on this lifestyle change immediately. The sooner the better. So once you keep your flares minimized, then you can, you'll start to see. And my thing is, if you're not seeing improvement, know this: if you are eating, in your mind, if you think you're eating healthy and you're not seeing improvement in your body, go harder, because there's still something you missing. Research more, go harder, and that's another thing that, Asha, she was always about, never give up. And a lot of this stuff, it takes a lot of time to actually learn and figure out, but in the end, it's gonna be time well spent, I believe. And another thing, a lot of people was, getting mad at the doctors and stuff like that. I think the doctors did a pretty good job. I didn't see anything that any doctor told her that was bad. And then you have to look at this, put yourself in a doctor's shoes. It's not easy doing that job. It's not easy, because I'm pretty sure there was some doctors who, grew fond of Asha and wanted to do everything that they could possibly do for her, but we have to meet our doctors at least 10%, 20%, 30%. We got to meet them some part of the way. You have to do your side just as well as they have to do their side. And if you want to eat healthy, you can do it. You can honestly do it. You might have to not get the type of clothes that you want, or I know for me trying to eat healthy, I A sister here is broke. I have to put which one I want. Do I want to eat healthy this week, or do I want another jacket, and I have 50 of them already? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to ration out where you gonna put your money at, you know? Sometimes some things you can make it without, but you cannot make it without your health. I mean, you need your health. You need to be healthy in order to make it in this world. This world is stressful as is, and you need your health and your mind to be top notch to make it through. But that's all I want to talk about in this video. If you would like to share it maybe with somebody who, you know, finds this information important, or would find it important, or need to hear it, or whatever, I don't know, email me, thumbs it up, like it, share it, do whatever you need to, subscribe, because I do have a whole, you know, list of other videos that I have, and I'm all about the health and researching health and all of that. So, but anyways, I wish I could have stepped in and talked to her sooner, but you know, we can only do so much. And hopefully we can get the word out through her, because I feel like she did her part. Now it's time for us to do our part, and I'm going to do that. Well, guys, until next time, peace, love, and happy thoughts. Bye.